Hi, I would like to discuss the gender pay gap and something needs to be done about it. It's basically women versus men. In my first slide, you will see that on June the 10th, 1963, the Equal Pay Act was signed into law, mandating that men and women receive the same pay for the same work. Yet 55 years later, the American workforce still struggles with the gender pay gap that affects all women, especially women of color. On my second slide, you will see the big number, 80%. Women working full-time in 2016 in the United States were paid just 80% of what men were paid, leaving a pay gap of 20%. Years ago in 1960, it was projected that by 2059, women would reach equal pay as men. With the most recent changes, it is now being expected that it will not be until 2119. Even though this impacts women of all ages, it also has an even bigger impact on the women of color. As you can see in my third slide, Asian women make just about 87% of what white men make. White women is 79%. Black or African American is 63%, and Hispanic or Latino is only 54%. What a huge difference, but it's the simple truth. Now, when you think about it, you also would wonder about the age and gender. Between the ages of 25 and 34 is when the gender gap gets as close as possible. It is at that particular time, it would appear as if a man would be making weekly earnings of $794 to a woman's $705. But keep in mind again too, this is the median weekly earnings by age and gender in 2016. All of this information can be found at aauw.org. Now, with all that's going on, we must admit, as a whole, there has to be something done to correct these issues. This cannot only be done as us as individuals, but it also has to be done with companies. So, I guess you wonder, what can be done? Well, it definitely needs to be fixed. Let me first say this. Equal pay, believe it or not, can even start at home. It is a known fact that girls are paid less allowance than boys are at home. As of 2018, boys are paid the average of $13.80, where girls only make $6.71. Wouldn't imagine this happens at home, but it does. Well, I guess you wonder, how can we fix the gender pay gap at home? Watch this. Simply, if we make the decision that we are going to pay each of the children $1.50 per dishes, it has to be $1.50. We cannot say, well, you're a female, so we're only going to give you a certain amount, and then you as a male will give you a greater amount. That starts the pay gap instantly. What can companies do? Well, companies can conduct salary audits. They can proactively monitor and address gender pay differences. Positions of power need to be aware of the role they play. They must become actively involved. So, if you are working for a company, you need to make sure that you work with women and teach them strategies to negotiate. Empower women to advocate. And another thing that needs to be done by companies is look at gender and race bias as two different issues, because it is. Now, the one thing that you can definitely do to get involved right away is to honor Equal Pay Day on November 1st. Basically what Equal Pay Day is as of November the 1st of this year is the day that women have to work up to in order to even get close to making what a male makes in 1 year. Think about it, that's only 2 months away from the end of the year. So we must get actively involved. We must fight for this. We cannot allow this to continue. Women are now becoming better educated, and as some of them are even more educated than men. So we want to make sure that we get this out to the public. We must empower women. And we must also speak directly with these companies and let them know we will take a stand when someone is not treated equally. Thank you for your time. And you can find out more information at www.uuaw.org. Again, don't forget to honor Equal Pay Day on November the 1st. Have a good day.